State of Search.
This is the State of Search News Roundup for August 9th, 2010. The State of Search News Roundup is provided by stateofsearch.com, a website which looks at what's going on in the world of search. You can follow us on Twitter, state_of_search, and you can follow us on the website and on Facebook, State of Search. Hi, and welcome to already the third episode of the State of Search News Roundup. We have a lot of news for you because it's been a busy week, and we are going to give you some of the highlights of what went on in search and social in the past week. Be sure to check out the website stateofsearch.com, where we have all the links to all the related articles discussed here all together in one post, so be sure to check that out. And here's what went on in search this week. So this is what you can expect this week. We're going to be talking really a lot about Google with another Google patent, multi-touch analytics, net neutrality, trademarks, and a lot more. We're also going to talk a little bit about Twitter influentials, what's influence and what's not, and Yahoo powers search with some new models, which we will also discuss. First off, bye-bye Google Wave. It was launched last year as being the tool to replace email. Nobody had ever seen something that innovative, Google Wave. The problem was that nobody really understood what the exact use of Wave was. Even the developers claimed they didn't know entirely, and that meant that nobody really actually used it. This week, Google decided to stop developing on Wave because Wave has not seen the user adoption Google would have liked. Without a doubt, the technique will be reused somewhere, also because most is available in open source, but the product won't be developed and supported by Google anymore. Google Wave will continue to run until the end of the year. In my Wave account, however, there's an echo going on, and I'm afraid that's not going to change before the end of the year. Google Places, however, is far from that. Google announced another feature this week, which is interesting for business owners. If you are a verified Google Places business owner, which is actually not easy, not difficult to do, just go to your listing and claim it. You can publicly now respond to reviews written by Google Maps users on the Places page for your business. Just go to your Places page, and you can respond to any of the reviews posted there. This makes Places an even more social product because owners can get in touch with reviewers. Without a doubt, the reviews will be returning in search results in some way in the future, and I'm guessing social search will somehow be related with that. More Google. Now we're talking Google and social. Google's so-called Facebook killer, Google Me, has come a step closer with the acquisition of Slide this week. Slide is a social technology company focused on connecting people over different platforms. Elements of Slide are already used in products like Gmail, Docs, Blogger, Picasa, and YouTube, so Google's already extensively using Slide. But it's also being used in competitors' products, so Google now has full control, and the buy should also be seen as a token of control and a way of making money. They can now get money from their competitors for using Slide, which now is a Google property. Let's stay with social for a second. There are many out there who believe that a lot of followers equals influence. This is not always true. As a matter of fact, it's far from true. A study performed by researchers, all researchers from different universities, now shows the importance of separating influence from popularity. The measure engagement instead of followers is the way to go. Of course, the lists which they produce attract more attention. It shows, for example, that Mashable, who also has a lot of followers, by the way, is the most influential Twitter account, followed by, amongst others, Google. The study can be found on Script. You can find a link in the post on State of Search, but be also sure to look at another article on State of Search by Peter Young, which is entitled "Are Social Signals Ever Going to Usurp Links?", which talks about influence and noise. A must read for anybody interested in this topic, and it's a hot topic. Back to Google. go to Google AdWords to be exact. Google last week announced a move in Europe, which it had made in the US long before. Starting September 14th, Google will no longer monitor or restrict keywords for ads served to users in almost all of Europe in response to trademark complaints. It means that you can now bid on trademark keywords, but not use them in the text. So you can bid on the keywords, but you can't use them in your ad text. In the UK, however, you can use them in the ad text, which is going to probably cause some uproar again, which the first step in the UK did about a year ago. You can find responses from industry leaders on the subject on the post on State of Search. Google declares trademarks no longer sacred in Europe. A bit of a weird rumor last week. Google and Verizon were said to have struck a deal making it possible for Verizon to prioritize broadband traffic. That would mean a serious impact on net neutrality. It would mean that based on specific content, Verizon could actually say, we're going to kill your broadband, or at least we're going to make it slower or faster depending on how much you're paying. So if you are a regular YouTube user, or if you are downloading a lot, you might pay a lot more than if you are just reading simple websites. Both Google and Verizon, however, Verizon denied the deal in the New York Times, but this discussion about net neutrality sure opened up last week. Good news for the hardcore Google Analytics users, and we saw some happy tweets already going around after Google's Avinash Kaushik announced it's going to be integrating, and I mean Google Analytics is going to be integrating multi-touch analytics. Google Analytics uses a so-called attribution model. This is based on a last session initiator, the channel through which your site was found that initiated the last session of browser activity for the given visitor before the sale. So what you see in your Google Analytics is where they came from just before they made the sale. However, not everybody makes a decision based on one click. So it could be that they came in the first time through a Google search and came back 2 or 3 more times and then made the decision the last time by clicking in on a favorite or directly to the website or even through a Google ad. With multi-touch analytics, Google integrates with Google Analytics. It now offers additional reports that give you the full story of which marketing channels have been touched by the buyer. So you can find the entire steps taken by the buyers to your website. And that's really good news for those analytics users. Yes, we do have a non-Google topic, and in this roundup we're almost there, and this is Yahoo. Yahoo is integrating with Bing, but it doesn't stop developing new stuff for their search engine. This week they were rolling out new search-powered features across the Yahoo network. There's a new model for Yahoo News called Infinite Browse, which shows related search content below the news stories. You can see it in the top picture on the site. Also, there's Trending Now lists, which show you trending topics. These are on the homepage of Yahoo. When you click on any of the terms on the Trending Now list, you will find the latest information about a topic and see related content from Yahoo search. Well, we've seen trending topics before, and that's really also something everybody's trying to do these days. Twitter, Google, Yahoo, everybody's up to the trending topics. Anyway, it's nice to see that Yahoo is implementing new stuff on their search. Finally, another Google patent. We saw a couple of last week. This time Google filed and got a patent on a web crawler schedule that utilizes sitemaps. A web crawler scheduling system receives a notification from a website or web server, and in response to the notification, the system accesses one or more sitemaps for documents associated with the website or the web server. It's not an uncommon way of working for those in the SEO business, but at least now we know that it's Google patented, and Google's probably going to do more with this. So get your sitemaps out there and in Webmaster Tools, and be sure to get them indexed. Be sure in that manner also to check out a post on the website yoast.com where he writes about sitemaps for videos, which is a very interesting topic and which will be hot in the future. So before we close off, a quick plug for you to go and check out State of Search summer interviews, which ends this week. We have the last interviews up and running this week. We ask industry leaders and experts on their view on the state of search and to give us their summer tips, and there are some really nice summer tips out there. You can find tips from, amongst others, Joost de Valk, Danny Sullivan, Mike Grahan, Jonathan Allen, our very own blogging team, Marcus Tantler, and many more. And you can find those on the website stateofsearch.com. Go check them out. You can see the banner, which you see in the screen right now. And you can find, click on that, and you can find all the interviews which have been done over the past weeks. That's it for this week again. It's a short one, but really a good one, I think. And be sure to follow us on Twitter at state_of_search. Don't forget the underscore. We're still trying to get the state of search, but nobody's using it, but it's been claimed once before. And all the links to the articles mentioned here are available on the website. Also be sure to tune in for our Webmaster Radio show, which airs Tuesdays on webmasterradio.fm at 8 p.m. Central European Time, which is 2 p.m. Eastern Time if you live in the US. I hope you enjoyed this episode of the State of Search News Roundup, and you will tune in next time for a new State of Search News Roundup. Thank you, and bye-bye.
State of Search.